Welcome to subramani.com. Today I am going to talk to you a little about engaging with the advisor. So these are important rules while dealing with the advisor. So step 1, choose your advisor very carefully. Take a long time, check for references, do all that, but meet him, meet her, meet a few others, and then on some predetermined criteria, maybe we should look at criteria separately, you make your choice about your advisor. So step 1 is choose the advisor very carefully. Second, talk a lot with the advisor in the initial stages. Find out who are his other clients, what he is doing for them, etc., more from a chatting perspective, and ask him things like how do you handle F&O, how do you handle bankruptcy. Just ask him those questions. Maybe you're never going to need it, but no harm in asking. If he says does he deal in Bitcoin, right? These are all questions which are nice to ask to see what is his response rather than you wanting to do it. You may not want to do it at all, right? After that, sit with him and learn. That is also very important, that you try to learn some of the things which he has, see whether culturally the two of you fit each other's requirement. If you don't fit his requirement, after some time he will have to get rid of you, or you will want to change your advisor. No point in starting a relationship which you are not confident right from day one. Having chosen him doesn't mean you have to abdicate financial understanding. Your financial understanding should get better because you are talking to your advisor. So do that. Make sure that you're talking to him a lot about the processes, the procedures, how he chooses a fund, how he chooses a scheme, etc. You don't know how he chooses, so you need to know how he chooses, right? Ask sensible questions, not to irritate him, but to just find out and learn, and keep a diary of what all you hear from him, and you listen to him carefully and make notes on what all he tells you, so that tomorrow if there's a contradiction what he tells you, you will have a basis of saying why he made the contradiction. He asks you to invest in US funds, then he asks you to remove from US funds. So ask him what is the reason. So I could tell you it's been a bull run, so I want you to remove. Or he could say, I want you to remove that and put it in a China fund. Find out all the reasons for why he is asking you to do those things. One thing I find that which people do, which I find it very irritating and very bad, is issuing checks in the name of the advisor and asking him to make the payment. Well, this can't happen in case of mutual fund and in insurance, because you need your ATC, you want the check coming from your account, but people do this in case of advance checks. I think it makes no sense. You say, अच्छा मैं आपके नाम पे चेक दे देता हूँ, आप कर दो, or I'll transfer it to you, you make the payment. Don't do it, because you do not know what is the financial position of the financial advisor, because if he is going through bad times, he might just usurp the money. So be careful about these things. Don't do something so foolish like transferring money to his account, asking him to pay the advance checks, and then finding that he has not paid the advance checks. You will not know about it for a pretty long period of time. I can assure you that, right? So don't do that. Your agent might have conflict of interest, so it is necessary that you sit with him and talk to him about his conflict of interest, if any, and ask him how he is compensated, etc. Now, having gone through this whole process of how you have chosen the financial advisor, after doing proper research and interview, etc., trust the advisor. Okay, completely trust him, because you have chosen him through the process. Afterwards, you might have a problem. That's a different thing. But right now, you have to trust him. Trusting him doesn't mean you will not verify what he is doing. If he's told you he's invested in XYZ fund, ask for a statement, get a printout, not just a email copy. Make sure it has come from the fund house, right? Do all that so you can trust him, but still verify what he is doing. There is no harm in verifying what others have done for you. I think once you take care of these things, the basic rules of advisor engagement are in place. Thank you.